and welcome back to Sundays in the Garden. If you're new here, I'm Sarah, and on this channel in 2025 I am sharing every single day of my gardening year. This year is particularly exciting because not only am I continuing to build on and develop my cottage garden and kitchen garden area, but I'm also helping to build a show garden at Gardener'S Live, supporting Kate, the messy allotmenteer, with her fantastic The Nectary design. So I can't wait to share that with you, as well as having just taken on my very first allotment plot. If those things sound like something you might be interested in, I would love for you to subscribe to the channel so you can follow along as I share all of these exciting adventures in the remainder of 2025 and beyond. I'm actually filming this introduction on Monday the 12th of May, but let's jump back now to Sunday the 11th of May, where I had an absolutely amazing day at the RHS Malvern Spring Festival. After a smooth journey, I arrived to beautiful blue skies over the stunning Malvern Hills. First stop was the floral marquee, and what a floral marquee it was. From displays of dianthus to orchids, acers to lilies, and even this funky display of cacti, there really was something for everyone. This shot here just gives you a small glimpse of the true scale of the floral marquee. Coming back outside now, and there were workshops taking place throughout the whole event in the discovery zone for both adults and children, so loads to learn here. And an area I was really thrilled to see were the school gardens, because it's just so important to get the next generation of young gardeners inspired and understanding where their food and flowers come from. Then it was time for some shopping, and there certainly was no shortage of options to choose from here at the fantastic shopping village at RHS Malvern. I found Andy's Dahlia Beach stand, which is where I have got some of my Dahlia tubers from this year, and it looks so bright and inviting. And as always, Middleton Nurseries had an amazing array of healthy and affordable plants on offer. If you're visiting the festival with a food and drink lover, then they will be sure to find something to tantalise the taste buds in the food and drink pavilion. And once again, the scale of this place really needs to be seen to be believed. Also, this year, for the very first time, the RHS have dedicated an entire hall to everything houseplants. In this pavilion, you could find lots of lovely houseplants for sale, talks on all things houseplants, as well as some fantastic installations showcasing how houseplants can be displayed for maximum impact. And finally, next door to these two halls was the Arts and Crafts Hall, which was filled with artwork, clothing and gifts. There really is something for everyone. Next, it was off to visit the gardens, and my first stop was the Memories of Service garden, designed by Martin Wilson. Clipped hornbeam hedging and corten steel panels flank elliptical propeller paths meeting at a central seating area in this 2018 garden, marking the Royal Air Force's 100th anniversary. Wine-coloured heucheras, white alliums and sky blue camasias reflect the RAF colours. Another real highlight for me was Grain to Garden, designed by Rupert Keyes and Cherry Carman. Grain to Garden is an immersive walk-through space that celebrates the deep connections between horticulture and the human experience. At the heart of the garden stands a trio of 5-metre tall, repurposed grain silos. Learners from Pershore-based Task Training Academy have ingeniously transformed these industrial relics into inviting spaces full of fun and surprise. A buzzy bar serving refreshing drinks, a lively dance floor complete with dazzling mirror ball and lighting, and a tranquil retreat centred around a warming fire pit. Surrounding the silos is a beautifully naturalistic garden. Wildflowers sway in the breeze, a serene pond reflects the moody Malvern sky, and winding pathways invite visitors to explore. The design seamlessly weaves together raw industrial heritage with the soft beauty of nature, demonstrating how reclaimed materials can breathe new life into garden spaces. Grain to Garden is a testament to innovation, sustainability, and the power of design to transform the ordinary into the extraordinary. After I'd finished exploring these fantastic show gardens, there was time to stop past a few of the festival's theatres and stages to take in talks from the likes of Nicky Chapman, Lee, the beardy gardener with some really inspirational guests, Martin Fish and his guests on the potting shed stage, and even Gardener's World legend Frances Tophill as she shared information on her latest projects. After all the excitement, I had a brilliant lunch with some of my favourite gardening YouTube friends, and we all met at the RHS flower sign to take a photo. A wonderful day at a wonderful event with some really wonderful people. So as you can see, that was an absolutely fantastic day and we all had such a brilliant time. If you haven't been before, I can't recommend it highly enough, so look out for those tickets next year. Today, Monday the 12th, we're actually heading off for a few days away, so I need to get all of these things in the greenhouse and out in the garden, lots and lots of water because we are due some beautiful sunny weather for the next few days. On Tuesday, we woke up to beautiful blue skies and glorious sunshine. On our walk to the swimming pool, I took a moment to just stop and enjoy the beautiful planting around the site. Then, in the evening, we walked down to the beach to enjoy fish and chips by the sea. On Wednesday, I found some more beautiful, vibrant borders. And my two little boys enjoyed a show by one of their favourite TV presenters. Thursday dawned much greyer, and I had hoped we might see some rain for our very thirsty gardens, but by the afternoon it had brightened up. After a brilliant week, on Friday it was time to head home, and to say hello to a little friend who had obviously missed me, or at least my mealworms. I popped to our local garden centre to pick up a few things that I needed, and then it was time to rescue this beautiful David Austin rose that had fallen over at the front of our house. This one is called the Generous Gardener, and it's already grown so much in the last year, so it was time to support it with some structure here. I bedded and tied these in, and then tied the rose to the trellis. Then it was back out into the back garden to pot up this Edinburgh dahlia which I've been growing from a tuber for my sister-in-law's 40th birthday. She loved this variety when we visited the dahlias at Anglesey Abbey last October, so I really hope that she will love this one and enjoy having it in her garden. Finally, on Friday there was just time to clear my spring bulb display pots. Every year I move them behind this bay tree here and let them die back, ready to bring out again next springtime. Once all of this foliage has died back, I will just trim off the tops and leave these here to overwinter, ready for another beautiful display next spring. It's all looking much tidier over here. It must be time for those dahlias. Speaking of dahlias, it's time to pot them up. First of all, I made a few holes in the bottom of some new pots that I'd picked up. Then it was up to the greenhouse to bring down my 10 dahlias I've been growing from tubers, ready to put them in their new homes. First, I covered the bottom of the larger pot with some multi-purpose compost. Then I placed the dahlia on top of this compost in its original pot and filled around the smaller pot with some more compost. When that was full, I lifted the dahlia from its smaller pot and placed it in the hole created inside the larger pot. I then repeated this process for 3 further dahlias. And there you have it, 4 dahlias in their new homes and 6 to be potted up tomorrow. Thank you all so much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video today, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all again next week for another episode of A Gardener's Year.